make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go half strip like in the cannon with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. People went through the speakers. Shaking up your soul. Yeah. We Lunatik real. Always on the road. On the strip like two insights. Navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted bitches so right. Love with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. Yeah. People went through the speakers. Shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show. Always on the road. Skyline to the desert. Feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage. Making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall. In a city that never sleeps. Yeah. The radio show keeps spinning. The secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show. Always on the road. The city like splash me, right at the biggest night news on the radio, about to hit another high. Everything you wanna know, but the scoop make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go half strip like in the cannon with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. People went through the speakers. Shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatik real. Always on the road. On the strip like two insights. Navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted bitches so right. Love with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. Yeah. People went through the speakers. Shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show. Always on the road. Skyline to the desert. Feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage. Making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall. In a city that never sleeps. Yeah. The radio show keeps spinning. The secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show. Always on the road. The city like splash me, right at the biggest night news on the radio, about to hit another high. Everything you wanna know, but the scoop make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go half strip like in the cannon with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. People went through the speakers.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation, man. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Monday. It is another episode of the Lunatic Raider Show right here on Raiders Allegiance with your boy Lunatic Raider, man. We got a good show for you today. We're going to tap into what's going on around the nation, expectations of what Genty plans on doing this season. Also, Geno Smith breakdown as far as what he brings to this team with the right weapons around him. And also, AJ Cole will be a Raider for a while. Yes, indeed, we got a lot for y'all, man. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Thank y'all for pulling up this top of the evening. Yes, indeed, we gonna get into it raw and uncut. Shout out to everybody watching, man. I'm gonna kick back just for a little bit. Hold on, I need me some agua, man. You know what I mean? Hey, happy Memorial Day, man, for everybody out there, man. Put them ribs on the grill, get some hot links, some hamburgers. You know what I mean? This is a day to remember those who fought for this country and no longer with us, man. So salute to y'all, man, for real. Yes, indeed. Shall we get into it? Yes, we shall. Raider Paul in the building, man. Salute to you. Dropping what on them? Dropping them 4-4 beat. That's a ghetto boy shit. Let's go.
From out of town. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed, man. We got Marcus Banks in the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. For real, for real. Who else we got? We got the boss with the sauce, Alfredo, in the building, man. What it is, man. Salute to you. Oh, shucky ducky. Quack, quack. You know what it is.
My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice.
D-Nice in the building, man. What it is, man. Salute to you. B Al, what it is. Salute, man. Happy Monday, Memorial Day to you. You feel me? Yes, indeed. Richard Lyon, what it is, brother? Hey, good to see you, man. Glad you here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see what else we got up on here. Salute to everybody, man, for real. My 2 cents in the building. Salute to you, sir. Hope all is well. Let me see if scrolling got to catch up. All right, man. Yeah, it's Memorial Day, so a lot of people probably ain't tripping off podcasts. But if they want to, we're here. We're here for it, man. We got some inside news with what's going on with the Raiders in Raiderland. You feel me? Let me see. Let's see, what should we get into first, man? Like I said, this won't be a long show. You guys gotta enjoy your Memorial Day, man. I'm about to, you know what I mean? I'm about to wiggle up out of here after we knock this out real quick. But I always say I'm here every Monday through Friday, and damn it, I make sure I'm here Monday through Friday. I don't like missing days because you guys be expecting, and I gotta be a man of my words. You feel me? But shout out to each and every one of y'all. Hold on, let me make sure I got everybody on here, man. Hold on. Frankie Sanchez, what it is, man. Salute. Drinking my beer right now. That's right. I gotta go into work. I gotta work tonight, but I'm not mad because I got holiday pay and I'm getting time and a half. So hey, salute to everybody out there, man, for real. Desert Raider in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. All right, man. Let's see. We're gonna make this one quick today. This ain't gonna be a long, drawn out podcast. It's just, you know what I mean, while you guys waiting for the ribs to get done, you know what I mean, make sure you got corn on the cob. What else y'all got? Baked beans. You got some baked beans with the ground beef in it. Y'all get down like that? You know what I mean? What else you guys got out there? You feel me? All right, man. So let's go ahead and let's see. The first thing I want to let me tap this out real quick. Oh shit! It didn't do it. Hold on, real quick. All right. So the first thing I want to get into that was interesting to me. Oh, and I want to get into Christian Wilkins' foot. I got information about the injury that he had. This is something that I did last year when the injury happened, and it's going to tell you exactly what the injury is, what a Jones-Frank expectations as far as recovery. Do you need surgery? Can you heal without surgery? Do you need to wear a boot? It's all, I got all the information for you so we can have a better understanding exactly what Wilkins is going through. But Wilkins is not going through something that's a surprise. This kind of injury, it can is not major. Like you have some discomfort maybe, but you can get a screw put into it, which will alleviate some of the pain if there is major pain on there on the fifth metatarsal. I think it's called the fifth metatarsal on the outside of the foot. And then there's 3 sections of that bone on the outside that can develop an injury, like spraining your ankle can cause it, which we knew when what was it, Adam Butler jumped over Wilkins and that's when the injury occurred. Yes, that's what happened. But this is a breakdown of the Jones fracture. This is going to give you the healing time and the procedure that you can go through with getting it healed. But this is just to let everybody know this. I'm pretty sure the team expected this. They said it takes up to a year to be 100%. But you feel better after so many months. If you're a younger athlete, everybody heals differently. So a younger athlete has more action than somebody older. But this is going to break it down to you guys and let y'all know exactly what's going on with his foot, man. And it just sounds to me it's something that's generally something you have to expect just in case. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's jump into Wilkins' foot and the Jones fracture. What is a Jones fracture surgery? Fracture, period. Let's go.
This right here is the fifth metatarsal. So you can see this is the head and this is the styloid process. We're talking fifth metatarsal fractures, including the Jones fracture right here.
You could have a few different fractures. So you could have a fracture there. You could have a fracture right here. You could have a fracture through here like this, or you can have a fracture through here. So you can see this is called an avulsion fracture. This is called a Jones fracture. This is an oblique midshaft fracture. And then you could have a head fracture. The head, I don't really see these too common, although it is possible for sure. Because this bone has so much motion compared to say these middle ones. See how these middle ones can't really move? The middle ones are more likely to break in the front, whereas the fifth metatarsal can break at any of these areas.
So you can get a stress fracture in the middle. This is a repetitive overuse fracture injury. And what happens is this could sometimes not be apparent on x-rays, but it starts to ache. And what happens is right here in this area, there's an area called your Jones fracture region. This part of the bone has less blood flow. So it's notorious for taking its time to heal. I mean, months have sometimes gone by in some of my patients and it has not gotten better. This can lead to redness, aching, inability to put weight on the side of your foot, constant pain that's getting worse and not getting better during the day. If there is a break, there's no buts about it. You basically have to be in a cast or a boot and keep pressure off of it at the bare minimum, even if you avoid surgery. So we usually get people a letter to be off work or minimized work, any type of disability you need, because it's realistically gonna take months and months. We're talking like 3 months potentially. So you've got a cast or a boot, you're keeping pressure off of it, you wanna know whether you need surgery. The Jones fracture realistically, especially in athletes, can get better with percutaneous surgery. So what percutaneous surgery is making a small little poke in the side of the skin right here and throwing a screw through the bone. Realistically, you only need like 2 stitches and that heals pretty quickly. That keeps the bone in place. That lets people start putting some weight on it in a walking boot. Whereas if you don't throw that screw, if you choose not to do that surgery, and you don't need to, a cast works great and a boot works great. How long does it take to heal a Jones fracture or an avulsion fracture? If you're able to offload it or do surgery properly, I would say on average, people feel about 50% better in 6 weeks, about 75% better at 3 months, and about 95% better at 6 months, then about 100% better at 1 year. So it takes a long time. Everybody's always a little bit different, so the younger and healthier people heal a little bit quicker, but don't think that this is gonna take you 2 weeks. Even people who are 18-year-olds that don't weigh a lot, it's still gonna take them a few months. You still need to be on a scooter, you still have to protect yourself.
And that's the breakdown of exactly what a Jones fracture is. So they say it generally takes up to a year to fully heal 100%. You remember it was the 5th week of last season, and we're not even in week 1 yet. So that's why I think they're a little bit more. They're being precautious to make sure that he doesn't re-injure it. But I think it's just a process, because you got to remember, this is a large man on that little bone is only like yay big. You know what I mean? And any stress on it can re-injure it again. So they're just taking their time. They expect him. I think they said they expect him to be ready by August, and we're going into June. So you got like 2-3 months where more added onto it, and it still hasn't been a year yet. Like they said, you to be 100% from the injury, they said up to 12 months. We haven't even been to 12 months. 12 months ain't until the 5th week of the season, because you remember he got surgery the day after it happened. So I don't think it's a lot to worry about. I think it's a lot to do about nothing. A lot of people's getting concerned with, oh, this is alarming. It's an injury. At least it's not a torn ACL, an Achilles, meniscus, MCL, ICL, any of the ligaments in the knee, or even the Achilles is the most damaging to me, because a lot of times when you tear your Achilles, you lose your explosiveness even after rehabbing back. So you've seen a lot of athletes, whether it's basketball, where we've seen Kobe Bryant tear his Achilles. We've seen Kevin Durant tear his Achilles. You know what I mean? So it's a long process back, but see, he has not torn any ligaments. It's a bone fracture. You just got to allow time for the bone to heal. I don't know if he had the screw in place into that 5th metatarsal, but it sounds like it has, because one thing that outsiders were noted of saying that they think that possibly could have happened where the screw broke. I don't see that happening. In order for the screw to break, you would think that the bone would have to break too, because the screw is inside the bone. You know, so we'll see. That's why you've been seeing him in a working boot. I seen him walking boot. I seen him at practice without the boot on. He's just not running around on it. So it's you take your time with this. You don't have to rush it. He's there at practice. He's just not, doing this thing. But thank God he already has a year in of a preseason when we signed him as a free agent last year. So it's not anything. And plus, the defense is under Patrick Graham still again. So that's not going to be like a new thing for him to try to get used to. Shout out to SoCal South. See you, man, in the building. Navy vet in the building, man. Salute to you, man. Happy Memorial Day. Yes, sir. Alfredo, we got everybody up in here. Shout out to everybody watching, man. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel. Once we hit 3,000 subs, we will be giving away a TV to one lucky subscriber, man. So go ahead and subscribe, like, and share the channel, man. I appreciate y'all. Okay, let's continue on. Like I said, I'm not gonna draw this out for you. I'm gonna let y'all get to your beer. Matter of fact, hey, happy Memorial Day, everybody. Oh shit, and I do got Modelo in here. Hey, sponsorship. Let's go. Brought to you by Modelo. Shout out to all the veterans out there, man, and those who lost loved ones in the military. My father was a military guy in the Army, served over in Korea. Shout out to my uncles that were in the Navy. My uncle Robert, who was once on the USS Enterprise that no longer is in service, as well as my older brother, Rick, that was a Navy man as well, a seaman. Not the kind that squirt out your battleship either. All right, y'all, let's continue on. Next up, we're going to talk about it's a breakdown of Geno Smith and what he brings to the Raiders. People on the outside that's not within the nation, they're starting to see exactly what we're hoping. Now we know to proceed with caution, not to get too high. You know what I mean? But everything that the Raiders been doing, the moves that they made, the draft picks they brought in, we're hearing good things about them. This is a breakdown of Geno Smith and what he'll bring to the Raiders with the right situation. But everybody is starting to be on the up and it's kind of scary that people that really talk shit about us is now starting to say like, hey, but don't you sleep on these Raiders. I'm like, what? Y'all saying something nice? Hell no, the world gonna end. So without further delay, man, this is about Geno Smith, what he brings into the Raiders. And yeah, man, I'm getting excited when the outsiders that don't like us start saying the same shit. Let's go.
PFF has him as a top 10 quarterback. You add a top 10 quarterback to your team, you're making moves. As we went over this before, Geno Smith, according to PFF, 10th best quarterback above Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, etc. Few would have pegged Smith to grade as the 6th best passer in the NFL over the past 2 seasons, but here we are. In fact, his 85.8 passing grade in that span is just 0.2 points shy of Patrick Mahomes. After being traded for a 3rd-round pick this offseason, Smith should enjoy an improved offensive line, but a downgrade in receiving weapons. He protects the ball and has a knack for generating big-time throws. You know, with every Las Vegas Raiders video that I do, I get closer and closer to believing that they can truly be. I want to like use a recent example of a team, maybe like the Washington Commanders, I guess. Not to say that they're going to like just go into the NFC Championship game, because even the Commanders needed a lot of things to go their way ultimately to have the success that they did. But I just do feel that this Raiders team can really surprise so many people. And, you know, I'm watching this video, I'm watching this clip, and I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just like, I'm calling it. Raiders are going to the playoffs. Let's get after it. I think if the Kansas City Chiefs legitimately take a step back, like if the concerns about the Kansas City Chiefs is true, which I'm not saying it is, I kind of pushed back on that. A lot of people think that the Chiefs are going to like fall off this cliff, and like J-Mac thinks that they're not even going to make the playoffs, etc., etc. And I think Colin has them like struggling just to make the playoffs. He has them losing the division to the Chargers. I think if that ends up being legitimately true, I mean, then the Raiders have such a clear path into the postseason.
And there it is. The positivity from the outside looking in, boy, is crazy. Because we don't get love like that from outsiders. You know what I mean? And this is more than one person going around saying this. Like I said, there's another guy that I watch on YouTube. He's a Detroit Lion fan, but he covers football, period. And the things he say about the Raiders is the same thing we've been saying about the Raiders as far as the possibility. I don't want to get too high. I don't want to get too low. So I stay, like I said, I want to see them do this. I want to see because how long has it been have we seen a franchise really do it the right way? We have not seen our team do it the right way in years. Some people weren't even born when we were even in the Super Bowl in 2002. So to sit back and to watch exactly what people who know what they're doing get in there and do what it is they do and see what is the finished product when they're done doing it, that's what I want to see. Show me how this is done. Let me see the way you approach getting this team right again and making us once again a feared team, feared franchise that when we step on that field, a lot of teams be like, they know we about to face the Raiders, y'all. And I want to get back to that so bad because I done seen errors when we were there, but I wasn't old enough to really understand what a front office does, what a GM does, what a scout does, what a offensive coordinator. I mean, you understand that if you played the sport, but not no front office, because when you play Pop Warner, you just got your coaches. Ain't no owner that you know of that, you know what I mean? Ain't no GM and president. I just know the head coach and whoever was teaching positions, whether it was the offensive line, the running backs, and sometimes you had one coach that coached many positions. You know what I mean? Because we just didn't have a wealth of coaches like that on our team. But to actually see how this is supposed to be done with guys like Pete Carroll, who's done it, Chip Kelly, who's done it. You know what I mean? You got people like Patrick Graham, who's been around that done it. So I want to sit back and Spy Tech comes from being groomed to do it, and now he's here doing it. I'm excited. I'm excited. Why? Because I love the draft picks we got. We addressed need. They maneuvered in the draft to get more draft capital, to get more people. So now you add more bullets to the clip. So now you got more shots to take at success. I can't wait to see Genty. And we're speaking of Genty, we're going to get into him, and he has expectations for himself this season as far as yards and touchdowns. And matter of fact, let's get into that now. We could chop it up a little bit. I'm only going to make this about a 30-minute show. But yeah, man, this is Genty on his expectations this year with the Raiders, what he would like to accomplish.
How many yards, though, or touchdowns do you have to get? What are you aiming for this season to be able to convince Chip that you got to get your original stance back?
I'm hoping for 1,500 rushing, and we'll say like 10 to 20 touchdowns.
All right. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. We'll wait and see.
I can rock with that. And that's what a lot of people, what we've been saying. For Genty to go number 6 overall, if he gave you 1,500 yards rushing and between 10 and 20 touchdowns, we knocked that pick out the park. We knocked that pick out the park. You know what I mean? If you could get 1,500 and 10 to 20 touchdowns from Genty his rookie year. So it's just you look at everything that's in totality with the Genty, the Brock Bowers, the offensive line, and now they're starting to tinker with this offensive line to get it to the best it can be. The competition is there. I'm hearing a lot of good thing about Caleb Rogers at guard. I think he's battling on the right side. They move. Who was it that they moved over? Was it Parham? They moved to left guard. Was it Parham? I think it might have been Parham. I can't remember. So you see them tinkering with the offensive line, getting the competitions in the positions, which is the two guard spots is where they're really trying to have the competition. Dalton Wagner's out there throwing bodies around. You know what I mean? That's been on the practice squad for the last couple of years, but I knew they kept him around for a reason. He's a big dude. I can't wait to see what Charles Grant does. That's another guy that plays the tackle spot. Is he the potential replacement of Colton Miller? I don't know. But if Colton Miller and the Raiders can't come up with an extension, then you know what I mean? It is what it is. The writing's on the wall. Another thing that I want to touch on before I get up out of here. Hold on, let me bring it up. What is today? The 26th? Today is the 26th. It's the 26th. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. I'm about to get this up real quick. Let me do this real quick. Come on. There you go, baby Bubba. And another thing to touch on before I get up out of here. Let me clear my throat. We talked about AJ Cole, man. AJ Cole has gotten an extension with the Raiders, man. He agrees to an extension with the Raiders that makes him the league's highest paid punter. 4 years, $15.8 million. That includes $11 million guaranteed. Well deserved. To me, he's the best punter in the league. So they're taking care of their own. That's another extension of somebody that is a Raider. We took care of Palomau, got an extension. We gave Adam Butler got a new deal. Max Crosby got a new deal. Now you give your punter a new deal. So now, do we hear Colton Miller next? Do we hear Jacoby Myers next? They both only have 1 year left on their deals as well. So do Spy Tech and the boys take care of our own and lock down all these guys that got 1 year left and then give them the deal? What do the contracts look like? This is a solid deal. He was scheduled to make, I think it's $3.33 million is what AJ Cole was going to make this year. And now he gets his deal with $11 million guaranteed at for 4 years, $15.8 million, man. Almost 4 million per. Almost 4 million per, man. So hey, shout out to AJ Cole, man. He deserves it. Yeah, man, that's one of the positives that we have on this team is Cole. But man, I look forward to seeing what else happens with this team. So right now they're fine tuning everything. They're taking care of other loose ends such as extensions. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. Alec M in the building. Salute to you. The Church of Al Davis. Salute to you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Happy Memorial Day once again, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Rogers King and I heard Charles Grant. Yep. So once we take care of the guard spots, I think we're solid. Once we find those right guys to play the guard left and right side, because we already got Colton Miller at left tackle, you got JPJ at center and Glaze at right tackle. Once you take care of that, hey, we get that line right, the sky's the limit. You keep Geno upright and clean, and then you give Ashton Genty what he needs to hit those holes. We're gonna be solid, man. So I'm not worried about all that, man. I'm looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. So with that being said, man, you guys go out there and get your ribs, man. Get your beer, man. Hey, live it up, man. Live life, man. Remember those who are no longer here, who fought, served, and died for this country, man. That's what this day is about. So you guys be safe out there, man. I'll see. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. Like I say, I even though there's not a lot of content, I'll find some. You know what I mean? I'll find some, or just come out with my own opinion and ideas about I'll dig into something and bring it out to y'all. Like we'll still talk about potential quarterbacks in next year's draft. There's another name and I'm only looking at dual threat because that's all we seem to be after. But there is a quarterback that has ties with a current player. Yes, indeed. And that I ain't gonna let the cat out the bag, but we'll talk about that tomorrow, man. Yeah, tune in. Please subscribe, like, and share. Once again, once we hit 3,000, I will be giving away a TV to one lucky subscriber, man. So y'all stay tuned for that. And shoot, Sacktown Raider Mike says it best. Like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch. Ha ha.